Hey guys, what's up? Yeah, if you're wondering, last night I was, yeah, late at night. I was having trouble sleeping from last night. Yeah, it just feels like a moment of, yeah, I think I'm just gonna stop playing this game and then delete um, no, it's not any horror game. It's just that jump scare moment from that one. I was just around, was just playing that, and then suddenly, yeah, we were just going a little. Yeah, you know what? I don't feel like doing this anymore. I feel like I don't want to go. I don't want to have any problems or anything else. Luckily, I do some. You know what? Forget what I said. Forget what I said. Anywho, yeah, I'm just. Yeah, yeah, I kind of also predicted Madara. I forgot to say on screen. Yeah, well, yes. Well, I know. But I want to say something. What I saw recently. So recently I saw a. So guess who they picked the finale for? Not that I wanted Unicorn versus Galactus. That I can think they can hold that for a bit longer, but a finale I recently saw. Uh, hmm. So well, if you don't know what it is Saitama versus Popeye. No, not the chicken, right? The cartoon character. I'm sorry if I felt like this video was something that I felt that. Like, really? That's the finale we're gonna have? The finale that we are going to watch and everything? Like, I'm sorry if I felt like the really moment of the finale. I know people were requesting Galactus versus Unicorn, but that's I can think of a story for another day. But really, that's our finale. You're gonna pick anything else? Anything else that could be an interesting finale? And of all the things you picked, it is Popeye versus which is sorry, Saitama versus Popeye. Really?
Pokemon's a pretty popular franchise.
Sorry about that. Look, I don't hate that battle. Look, I just don't really like any show battles. Honestly, I'm just. Yeah, I know. But I do feel like it does feel like a really moment to me. While comparing last season, sure, last season was basically mostly Marvel and DC fights. Yeah, I know. While last season was basically filled with mostly Marvel and DC, felt mostly Marvel and DC, despite having more. And I felt that, yeah, sure, it's either Marvel or DC, or DC fighting a Marvel or someone else, or Marvel fighting someone else. Occasionally, we did have at least one or two few episodes where we are not usually focused on the typical characters. But for the most part, most of the season was taken over with Marvel and DC. Mostly. I did feel like last season had a better finale. Although, yeah, I did feel like it was overdone with the Marvel and DC characters, and I think they kind of already and I know they already spoiled it. A few seasons ago, but yeah, I know they literally do that. And yeah, I know. I did feel like if anyone asked me about season 8 so far, I think it's a bit of an improvement from last season. Thankfully, there's not too many Marvel or DC characters. A bit more lessened a bit. I think the only Marvel and DC, the only Marvel fight we had was 1 and 2. So far, we only had 2 Marvel and DC fights. Fights. Yeah, that's kind of most of the season. Only had like, let's see, one, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 5 out of the 14 episodes. As for DC, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. And we only got like only 2 Marvel versus DC fights, and that's it. Yeah, that's kind of the season in a nutshell. I did feel like Walter's a bit lesser Marvel and DC, even though it takes a bit more, but yeah. I did feel like thankfully this season has been a bit more on at least giving a bit variety, and thankfully not having another Marvel and DC after a Marvel and DC after Marvel and DC after Marvel and DC. And while the studio is taking usually always having a bit of a weird thing of having a 2-week hiatus break in between every 7 or so episodes, which I'm seeing a pattern right now. But other than that, yeah. As yeah, but yeah. Anyways, if anyone asks me about my thoughts on who's gonna win in that new Popeye versus Saitama fight, I'm gonna say most likely Popeye. Sure, even without the spinach, he can literally beat anyone. It's meant to be the tough of the tough. So yeah, my prediction is Popeye. Now, excuse me, I'm about to go do something else. So, yeah. And that is my predictions for Death Battles predictions for Saitama versus Popeye. Now, excuse me, I'm off to go think about needing to go to clear my disappointment of of this being a freaking joke battle.